So, you guys, I'm getting ready. It is a Sunday. Yep, it's a Sunday. But an entrepreneur's job never ends on a Sunday. It is your job to make sure that you're not getting rid of momentum. Like we have started getting sales on these new ad sets and new campaigns and these new products, but it might just die out if I just take a break for a couple of days, right? So why take off a weekend? When you've got this momentum building up, you should just make best use of it and then start scaling as soon as possible.
So check this out, you guys. So it's 8:15 a.m. on 4th November. So first off, welcome to day 4. And then check this out. Like the ad sets we had published, like the dual ionic 1 hair straightening and dual ionic 7 hair brush. This one with the higher budget and this one $5. So these are still in review. Like it's been almost like 20 hours or something that these have been in review. So this is something that a lot of you guys face, and yeah, it's pretty common because some of the ad sets we had started are already running and they have already started performing for us. Like this one that I created, the $10 one, has already gotten a purchase. So I'll be telling you guys about all the numbers later, but right now just check this out. Like this is something a lot of you guys face, and one solution is to, of course, like reduplicate these ad sets again and let them get published, or the other is to just wait it out for another like a few hours and just hope that this gets published sooner, right? So you guys, so we've got a total of 5 orders so far, like this month, November 1st to November 3rd. 4th is not started according to the US time yet. So 5 orders, and I just literally placed those orders on AliExpress right now for the ionic straightener. So 13.2 plus 13.2, so this is the total, like order amount 13.2, and then 13.2, and then 13.2, and then 39.6 and 13.2, right? So what I'm going to do is open up the calculator. 13.2 times 4 is this, plus the other one was what, 39.6 or something, 39.6. So this is going to be plus 39.6. So it's $92.4. That's my fulfillment cost right now. And on ads, I've spent $55. Let me just open up this again. All right. So we have got 92.4 plus 55.37 plus 55.37. All right, so 147.7, and we have made a total of $204. So 204 minus 147.7, 205 minus 148, like almost $57 in net profit so far in like USD terms. So it's going pretty strong so far. So I am happy. Let's see where this goes.
What is Rito doing on a Sunday? I'm just chilling, bro. Not really. I'm just heading over to the office, and I'm actually pretty excited to see what happens in the next, few days, because I just have this feeling that the ionic straightener or the bracelet, like one of these is a winner for mine, like a next blockbuster winner. So I can't really contain my excitement. I want to grab onto the momentum. I want to just launch a few more ad sets and just make the best I can from this, right? So I'll see you in the office. Come on, dude, hurry up. I want to reach office. I want to manage my ads, man. Come on, don't make me wait now.
Come here. I wanted to have this discussion with you like one-on-one. So right now, I'm just paying attention to you and your thoughts, and I need you to pay attention to me. So this game of entrepreneurship, I know we have like people like Gary Vaynerchuk and Grant Cardone, and all of them are like 10x and hustle hard, and they've romanticized the entire concept of hustle and hard work. But the thing is that while I do agree with a lot of the concepts there, because that is what has gotten me success, right? So I've always been a fan of like putting in a lot of hard work, just throwing everything you've got and then trying to get there. So I want to just make a small amendment to that. Like, it's important to work hard, but it's even more important to know where to put your energies. So when you wake up in the morning, all right, so you've got a lot of energy inside you. Like, if you would try to work early in the morning, let's say you wake up at 4 o'clock, you've had a good like 6-7 hours of sleep, and you wake up, you should try working on your business at that point. Like, the productivity is just insane. And you know why that happens? Like, it's because you've got all this energy. When you wake up, you're just fresh, you have the energy within you. But then when you start interacting with family, with friends, with other strangers, you go out into the real world, you talk to others, you take some of their energies, you give your energy to them. There's just so much energy depletion that happens that by the end of the day, you just feel mentally and physically exhausted, right? So even if you've not like gone to the gym and had like a 2 hour intense workout, even then, if you've had a long day, it just feels quite tiring, right? Happens with everybody. When you have this sort of energy within you, right, you have this energy, so conserve it and put that energy to things that matter to you. All right, so you have to make agreements with your friends, with your family, and with others, and put yourself in a position where you're utilizing your energy the best way you can, right? So in this case, like, I just came out to the office right now. Even Rohan is not here, so I'm right now alone. So that's why I said, like, we're having this one-on-one conversation, and I just feel so awesome. Like, today anything can happen. Like, I can use my energy and put it into my business, and the rewards will come, right? So it at least give me hope. I don't know what's going to happen with my ads or whatnot, right? But at least it gives me that hope so that I can put in the best shot that I can give on my business. So that is a quick takeaway for you guys. And don't worry, guys, if it's a Saturday or a Sunday, Monday, it doesn't really matter. It's your business, right? So the results are all yours. All the hard work is all yours. So it's all on you. If you want to work on a weekend, go for it. If you don't want to work on a weekend, that's your choice, right? I can just push you as hard as I can, because that is what's needed, right? You need to put in the hustle and hard work, but put it in places and things and people that really matter to your business. So that is another reason why I just close out my duds really quickly. I don't even let them spend like a lot of dollars. Like, some people recommend like setting up 10, 20, 30 ad sets to test out a single product. I'm like, no. If it doesn't work within 3 ad sets, I'm just going to close that product down and move on to the next one, because I don't want to spend any more energy or my money on that kind of a product. So if you like the message in that, just hit that like button right below. And I just want to quickly ask you, like, have you been commenting and sharing these videos? Like, it's day number 4 right now, and we have already gotten so far. I'm pretty sure you're probably already blown away with all the transparency we have shown in this entire series, and there's so much more yet to come. I want to teach you guys the entire step-by-step scaling system. So with that said, I think it's time to actually start managing our ads, and let me just make something happen, because I do have a good feeling about the Ionic one. It might be just a small or a decent winner. If it's a blockbuster or not, only time will tell, but let's just put in the efforts we can in order to test it even further and push it so that it gives us more results.
All right, so we are finally inside my Facebook ads. So let's start analyzing what has happened. So I'm going to just set the date for this month. So the time is not 12:50 p.m. So it's basically like 12:20 a.m. Pacific time. All right, so we've had a total of 5 purchases on the dual Ionic. We're just going to pay attention to these 2 ad sets. Let's just open up the ad sets for these 2 campaigns. All right. So we've had, you see here, these are still under review, man. There's something, I don't know why it's not getting approved, but I'm just going to duplicate them really quickly first off. But let me just first analyze what's happening here. So I'm just going to sort by return on ad spend to see. So we have had several ad sets with like a good return on ad spend, but also we've had a few ad sets which have not gotten us any sales. So this one, for example, Charm BUS4 bracelet has gotten just 1 website add to cart, and it's spent like $10 so far. So buddy, you going, bye bye. And by the way, guys, I actually hit the RIP on the mommy bag also. That was not performing well for me, so I just hit the RIP on that also just a few hours ago. All right, so now that we are inside the dual Ionic and Charm B, so we can actually just sort by, let me set up ad set delivery is active.
All right, boom. So now we are into those ad sets that are active right now. And let's look at the stats for these two, because these have not gotten us any sales so far. So this is 4.89. 4.89 is the amount spent. Cost per click is 0.5.7. In comparison to the other ad sets for Charm B, you see here. So this one is actually pretty interesting because it's got the highest cost per click, but you see here ROAS is super high. So like once you start getting sales, that's why I've always tell you guys, like, don't pay that much attention to cost per clicks or cost per 1,000 impressions once a product starts performing for you. So I only pay attention to these metrics only like when I'm testing out, like when I'm in the very very early stages, just to compare like how the cost per clicks are. But eventually it doesn't really matter, because even though like this has gotten us the highest cost per click so far, it's also gotten us one of the best ROASs on this Charm bracelet product. So what I'm going to do right now is first off, I'm just going to duplicate the bracelet plus ES, because this is shown some real promise right now. So I'm going to duplicate this one and keep it at a double budget. So we're going to go from $10 to $20, right? So we are going to do bracelet ES. We're going to call this $20, or just going to call this 2x. All right. So Charm bracelet US2 bracelet plus ES. So we're going to keep a budget for $20 for this one, and the audience and everything else remains the same. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to hit publish right now. So now we're basically in that stage where like these are two products that have shown us promise. Now how do we take it from there? Like how can we really verify whether it's a small, decent, or blockbuster winner? Now, in order to figure out like whether a product is a blockbuster or not, that does take like a few days, because like once you start getting like ad sets like $50, $100 per day ad sets, and those are profitable for a few days, then like you have hit a blockbuster winner. But right now these are like small winners for me, right? I would call these my small winners for now. All right, so now that I've duplicated the bracelet 2 plus ES, so that's gone under review. So this is going to be a real test, because the audience size is there, like it's a few million people. Just so that I can like verify, let me actually remove CP all visitors just to see what's the audience size like. So 9.4 million, like you can make bank with this kind of an audience size, right? Let me just discard this draft right now. Discard. All right. So now let's, that's pretty much it. Like I cannot do anything else with this campaign right now. So that's pretty much it for now for this campaign. Now let's move on to the dual ionic one. Now this has shown some real promise, but the only issue is like I really wanted to see some results on hair straightening and hairbrush. So I'm going to duplicate these yet again, right? Just to see what happens. So these are going to go duplicate, going to keep the same budget because these are still in review. I just want to make sure that this gets published as soon as possible. So let's review and publish. So these are two new ad sets. Let's just publish them for now. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to close the other ones that were in review but they did not get published. So I'm just going to close these ones. I'm just going to keep the new ones in review. Right. So let's move on to the other ad sets now. So in the past 3 days since the ads have been running, so they've spent a total of $58, gotten us $205 approximately, and the return on ad spend is 3.52. Now these two ad sets are pretty like the other ones, like these ones, like the winning ad sets here. So 3.35, 11.1. So the cost per website add to cart is like $2, $3, 4.74, and these are like 4.89 spent but no add to cart. But the cost per click is okay. So I want to give these like one more day, right? I'll let them spend like up to $10 because I want to see whether this has some wings or not. But for now, what has shown promise is, let me just duplicate the hairdryer one to $20 and see what happens from there, right? So this is something I really want to do. So I'm going to duplicate this to hairdryer 2x, right? Everything else remains the same, just the budget is going to go from $10 to $20, right? Everything else remains the same. Let me just hit on publish. All right, so now we have hairdryer 2x going on $20, and hopefully all these ads get approved today, like as soon as possible, because I want the budget to be spent properly, right? So we have had also US1 that has gotten us some interesting one, but again, like the US1 hair straightening copy is already duplicated at $10, so I can't really do anything with it. But what I really want to do right now is, let me just duplicate this again. Right, I'll duplicate this to and create like some new other
some other interesting combinations. Let's go to like 8 and 9 because we've already done till 7. So let's go till 8 and let's figure out what kind of other audiences we can target. So we have done already hair iron and all those things. So hair straightening is done, hair care is done, hair brush. Hair care is a huge audience, by the way. Let me just remove hair dryer from here. Let me look at hair care. It's like a 16 million audience size. So even though we have done hair care already, what I'll do is I'll actually create something with hair care and engage shoppers. Right? So this is going to be a new ad set. This is going to be hair care plus ES. I really want to launch just a bunch of ad sets right now so that I can just basically, let me just exclude CP all visitors 60 days from here. All right. I think we are good to go for this ad set. Right. So we have done hair brush, hair products, hair dryer, hair care plus ES now. Have we done hair dryer plus ES? We haven't done hair dryer plus ES. So let's try even that ad set right now. We want to try all sorts of different combinations, like one interest along with engaged shoppers. So let me just duplicate the hair dryer one again, duplicate the existing one. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just creating $10 ad sets because this has shown some real promise. So I'm going to keep this up. So hair dryer plus ES, right? So this product, because the profits margins are there, it's a slightly like it's a mid-ticket kind of a product, including shipping. It's not really that high also, but still at least it's higher than the bracelet one. So I'm just going to narrow down the audience with engaged shoppers. Let me see if it goes below 1 million or not. Or 2.2 million is pretty good. So let's keep this one running at $10 also. I'll just exclude CP all visitors from here. Right. So this is another ad set for me. I'm just going to close this one now and publish it. All right. So we have created 2 new ad sets. In fact, we should actually call this 8, right? So let me just call this 9, sorry. So it's going to be 9. Let me just hit publish again. All right, so this has been done. Now let me duplicate this again and try to find out some more interesting combinations that we can create. So we want to launch like as many as possible right now because this has shown some promise. So let me just open up 10 and let's see what this is going to be about. So we have done hair dryer, hair straightening. We have not done hair straightening plus ES, have we? We haven't done hair straightening plus ES. So what's the verdict on that? It's 1.1 million. That's it. Hair straightening is a small audience, so we probably shouldn't do this one. What about, have we done? Yeah, we have done hair products, hair conditioner, hair coloring, hair spray. All right. So people who are into hairspray, maybe people who are into hairsprays are going to like this product. Let's see. So 250,000 is a really, really small audience. So this is not going to cut for us. What about hairstyle is something we haven't done. So let's go with hairstyle for now. This is going to be like a huge audience, probably, yeah, 34 million. So let's keep one at just hairstyle and another with hairstyle plus ES. All right. Let's do hairstyle, right? I'm going to copy this one and everything else remains the same. Oh, we just need to exclude the CP all visitors. I know I'm forgetting on some of the ad sets, but that's fine. We're in the testing phase right now, so you can make a few boo-boos. Like when you're creating like really big ad sets like $50, $100, then you want to be careful, especially with the retargeting ads running. Right now we don't even have retargeting ads running. And this is again something I wanted to talk about. Like a lot of people get this wrong. Like they want to create lookalikes, retargeting as soon as possible. Like hold on to your horses. Like wait for a while, at least verify whether this is like a blockbuster or not before you go bang with your retargeting and everything else. Take it one step at a time, right? So right now CP all visitors 1232, everything is fine. We just have to narrow it down by engaged shoppers. That's pretty much it. So hairstyle was already a pretty big audience, so I don't need to see the audience size right there. That's pretty much it. So now what's happened right now is in fact we need to rename this 11. So I'm going to change that up slightly. So rename this to 11, right? Publish. All right. So now we are actually in a decent sort of a level of scaling where this campaign on its own is spending like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 80, 90, 100. So it's spending $100 in total per day, but we don't really know whether these are going to work. Now I just hope, guys, please, fingers crossed, I am just praying that these get approved really quickly so that I can get some real data on whether this is an actual at least a decent winner for me or not. Because if it works in so many ad sets, then it's definitely a decent winner. I'll be able to at least push it for a while.
All right, you guys. So we are now entering territory where we are actually scaling our ads as quickly as possible, because I know for a fact, because I was doing some searches on Google for the hair straightener and for the charm bracelet, and I already see certain stores starting to crop up. So these are people who have actually been tracking my info and ads, and there's so many people who are just tracking my store every single day. So it's a pretty tough circumstance I'm in right now. So I've actually got to scale as quickly as possible. But you did see I was very careful. Like, I did not waste any money on the duds. Like, even the mommy bag, I closed it off like after it spent like $35. I did not even let it spend like $45 or so. I just closed it out. It was not getting add to carts. There was like a single add to cart. I didn't really think it was worth it, so I closed it down. So that's what you have to be careful. Like, close down all your duds and just scale your winners, right? And the good news is, like, I just got notification from Facebook that the ads have been approved. Now I don't know which ads have been approved, but I'm hoping like at least a few of them that we had just launched. So like, fingers crossed, guys. Like, we are entering scaling territory right now. So I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, you will in the next 24 hours. So make sure you're subbed and bell to the Flying Start Online channel, and I'll see you tomorrow.